Okay, Dr. Yan. So, um, people are intrigued. Some people more than others know more about what we mean by mindset coaching or brain tuning. Can you can you let us know what the benefits are of engaging in coaching such as that you offer, please?
Okay. A reasonable set of coaching where you basically get the toolbox, all the mental tools that I'm presenting, I summarize as my toolbox. You get this toolbox within an average of 12 sessions of 60 minutes each that um, we're gonna have with in weekly intervals. Weekly intervals are necessary because you don't want to lose the content that we discussed the time before. You want to be in the flow of learning and to be interesting and having questions and having comments inside of you and doubts and skepticism, and all that kind of thing that might arise. You want to be in the theme. You want to be really, playing with the thoughts and with the ideas around. So it's necessary to have a certain intensity, and this is always better than do it at monthly intervals or so. Then you have forgotten everything basically. So weekly intervals. What I'm presenting basically is pretty structured framework of 5 points that we cover. They are not necessarily covered in a certain sequence. They are intervolved, if you wish. So, but basically we have a pretty structured, the whole thing is pretty much structured. You will pretty soon understand that there is much more that you can achieve than you think possible right now. Where you think this is always stressful, you will learn that being stressed is a choice that you subconsciously make. That you can choose to understand a situation as a challenge rather than a choice, rather than a problem and stress. Mm. So if you agree to do daily exercises of 20 to 30 minutes where you do a mind training, where you train new thoughts that you choose, not me. You choose what you want in your life. So there is no religion, there's no dogma, there's nothing of any kind in it or behind it. You choose what you want. You choose what you want to be. You choose what you want to be doing. You choose what you may want to have. It's all your choice. The toolbox will give you 15 or 20 tools that you can apply whenever it's desirable, or whatever tool works best for you. Not every tool is best for everybody. The one person has this tool and the other person prefers the other tool. And this is what you can choose from. You learn that there are mental laws that are like natural laws, like the law of gravity, that always work. They always work if you like how they work or if you don't like how they work. It's like the law of gravity. You can use the law of gravity to your benefit. If you saw a tree and it falls down and you have wood for your stove, then you have used it for your benefit. But if you put yourself under the tree when it falls down, it's not so beneficial maybe. No. The law of gravity is the same. It is absolutely neutral. The law of gravity works if we like it or not. And the mental laws work if we like it or not. but we can choose how it works. And this is what you will be learning.
That's perfect.
You become the creator of your inside life. So what you experience, you create. And by creating your inside life, you are same time creating your outside life, your circumstances. So, and this is pretty different from what most people experience in their lives. They more feel like victims than like creators. So you choose what you want rather than on you focus rather on what you want than on what you do not want.
Yeah.
You will know how much all of us are led by thought habits we were trained to have in our early years, like when we were 3 or 4 or 5. Then we learned the basics of how we think. For instance, I myself had an experience that I don't want to go in depth, but I have myself had an experience where I learned when I was 5 or 6 that if I behave a certain way, I would get the attention of my father. If I would not behave like this, he would not be as attentive. And the same everybody has experienced in a different but similar way. Only if I behave this way, I feel safe. And this is something that we as a child have on our top priority. We want to feel safe. We don't want to get abandoned. That's why we behave like we behaved. But this are old data in our brain that may not serve us anymore appropriately. So this is when it comes to the point where we want new thought habits that serve us now and in the future. So this is something we can learn in the coaching, and I would just like to add, when we were little, we had no choice in accepting or declining these thought habits. We had to accept them. We had no choice, but now we have a choice. As adults, we have a choice. As a child, we don't have a choice. Okay, the sources of my coaching go back, if you wish, hundreds and thousands of years ago. You all find them in the old books. Like I said, with the atomic physicist Peter Capra. They are basically, you find them all in the Bible. This is the book that I know best among those that I've mentioned. And you find all, the whole knowledge that I'm sharing, you find it in modern neurophysiology.
Yeah.
All the brain research tells us the same thing. So it has a pretty sound foundation, what we are talking about. You know, some foundations are in physics, some are in neurophysiology, some are in the old books. You find them everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
And this makes me so certain that what I'm sharing is true. It is not something you can, could be, could not be. I know it is the way I'm sharing it with you.
Thank you. That's very, very interesting. Thank you.